I want to talk about finding inspiration. And I know what you're thinking, it's a pretty big topic to, try to cope with, but I want to give you a certain example. So recently I went to Berlin. I went there to attend a one-day conference concerning people who work with languages, polyglots or teaching languages or anything that has to do with languages in any way. And first of all, I was really excited to be invited, and also I've never been to Berlin. And I had this feeling going there because I went there to the actual conference by myself. I knew one person there from before, but we had never met before. And as I walked in, I was like, it almost felt a little bit in my head, again, like, high school. Oh, I have to find my clique, and I don't want to be the guy who is standing in the corner looking at his cell phone, looking at the back of the records, as you used to do as a kid when you were outside of the social sphere. But right away, I instantly connected to people, and it was a really good time. And doing what I do over on the Swedish Lad with the language stuff, I wouldn't consider myself a teacher, more of a sharer of experience and a sharer of what I know. And obviously I speak Swedish, so, that's a thing. But at one point we started talking about how many cases are there in the Swedish grammar, and I was like, I don't know, because I'm not a grammar heavy person. And when I tell people, when I talk about my channel, it's language and culture and what it means to be, Swedish, and also what it means to be a Swede out in the world. And the thing that has never occurred to me, which is weird because I've been doing this for quite a few years now, is to actually look at what other people who do somewhat similar content or has the similar objective. I've never really done that I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because I've been so self-going, and also the fact that I do these videos by myself, and you shade yourself from possibly gaining inspiration elsewhere. But meeting all these fantastic people from various places on the planet, people who are active on Instagram, people who are active on their own platforms, on YouTube, big YouTubers, and people just starting out. It was really the sense of going back to 2011, 2012, back to the YouTube gatherings where the only people that showed up were actually creators themselves. And just hearing what these cool people, and listening to Lucy and her way to where she is, and listening to Superholly as we as we named her, and all the other people that took the stage, and just even in between breaks, just hearing other people's story, and I got really inspired. And it wasn't just being inspired like I should do exactly what they do, but it gave me this rush of, I can do this, and there are so many ways that I can do what I do at. And I think this is true not just for people who have, learned this language channels, because we aren't that many, but I think it's something that's true with life. I think it's something that you can adapt onto life in so many different ways, depending on what it is that you are looking for, inspiration-wise. So obviously we won't all be invited to this super niched event in the German capital, but finding other ways to interact with people who have similar approach to life, and learn from them, not steal from them, but learn from them, and then apply yourself into the inspiration that you get from these people. That is one of the big ways I believe that you can grow as a person, regardless of what it is that you have the passion for in life. So metaphorically, go to Berlin and find awesome people, and let that Berlin be anywhere that's close to you, a close by city, the library, or the internet. There's a lot of things to discover in this world, and there's more to see that can ever be seen, and more to do that can never be done. Good talk.